The Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's highest-selling home console of all time, selling over 132 million units as of September 2023. That's less than 25 million behind the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2. And mind you, that was before the 2023 holiday season. The Switch is still such a popular piece of Nintendo hardware, but nothing lasts forever. Everyone else has already given their predictions about the Switch successor, and I thought I should get my 2 cents in before any announcement or leaks happen. So let's get right into it. First of all, what are they gonna call it? Nintendo has always been peculiar about their naming conventions for their consoles. They've never gone the route of just calling something 2. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Wii U, new Nintendo 3DS. It's all a little confusing for uninitiated consumers. Wii U? What does that mean? New 3DS? Was this console just colonized by the British? What's going on? After all this time, I still can't believe that Nintendo would break their habit by just calling their new console the Nintendo Switch 2. It makes a lot of sense, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It will, however, be an iteration on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has put their resources into cultivating the Nintendo Switch brand, specifically Nintendo Switch Online. They won't want to create a completely separate subscription model for their new console for online connectivity. They're going to use the Nintendo Switch name with a catching word either before or after. Emphasis on catching. They are well aware that the name Wii U was not quite different enough from the Wii. And as much as Super Nintendo Switch would sound cool, Nintendo has never used the same word in naming a new console iteration. Their new console is going to be called the Nintendo Switch Up. Switch Up is a phrase associated with being unpredictable and innovative, both attributes Nintendo has proven part of their design philosophy. In addition, the up part refers to the upgraded performance and capabilities of the new console. It seems simple and silly, but that seemed to work well enough when they just put a 3 in front of DS, so The functionality and design will largely be unchanged from the OLED Switch model. Basically, this is just a more powerful, higher resolution Switch. But this is Nintendo. They love their one-off gimmicks. Motion controls, HD rumble, AR cards, gamepad, cube with handle. There will be something here that nobody expected. But it won't necessarily be bundled directly with the console. Now this will be Nintendo's console of functional accessories. You remember Labo? Although, that's not back, but the VR headset is. At launch, there will be a fully constructed VR headset which you can slide your console into, sold separately from the console. The new handheld screen is 1440p QHD, so the image quality isn't nearly as pixelated in the VR as it was with Labo. And speaking of resolution, the new dock supports 4K output. Additional docks will be made more easily available for separate purchase. There will be a variety of designs from which consumers can select, rather than waiting for special edition consoles. There will also be a brand new controller for purchase. This controller will essentially be another Pro controller, but it also has cameras and a microphone built in. These cameras and microphone will be used in a select few titles, but then entirely ignored in first-party games about a year after release. All the current Nintendo Switch controllers will also be compatible with the new console. This includes Joy-Cons and Pro and wired controllers. The bundled controllers with the Switch Up will be Joy-Con Plus controllers. These will essentially be exactly the same as the original Joy-Cons, with a few minor adjustments, the most apparent being a more ergonomic design and the addition of a microphone in each controller. The controllers are slightly larger than the previous iteration, but they are still small enough for the handheld tabletop gameplay. Again, same functionality as the original Joy-Con, just a little bigger and microphones. Now, what about the numbers? When is this coming and how much is it gonna cost? Considering that Princess Peach Showtime is the last big original first-party game that Nintendo has slated for release in 2024, everything after March is kind of up in the air. There will be a spring Nintendo Direct, either late March or early April, highlighting Nintendo's plan for the remainder of the year, including the last announcement, which is a teaser trailer for their new console. It isn't until late May or early June that we get a Direct focused on this console, though. The latter Direct totes backwards compatibility with the Switch and higher resolution display, among other previously mentioned features. The Nintendo Switch Up is given a late August release date. This time frame allows a couple months for Nintendo to sell the console before the holiday season, when they will want to have plenty in stock. It will launch at an MSRP of $399.99. The package contents are congruent with the contents of the original Switch model. The tablet itself, the left and right Joy-Con Plus, wrist straps, a dock, power and HDMI cords, and a Joy-Con Plus grip. The separate docks will launch at $49.99, and additional Joy-Con Plus controllers will be $89.99 for a pack of 2. And of course, what is a video game console without video games to play, right? I'm just gonna hop right in. Metroid Prime 4 will be a launch title, releasing the same day on both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Up. I believe, contrary to what I've seen elsewhere, no, we will not see Mario Kart 9 as a launch title. But don't worry, we won't be seeing another release of Mario Kart 8 either. Instead, Mario Party Superstars Plus is our day one party game. This will feature 4 additional classic courses and mini-games from the GameCube era of the franchise, some of which incorporate the use of the microphone, hence its inclusion on the Joy-Con Plus controllers. A new 3D Mario title is in the works, though it is not a launch title. They have, however, ported both The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. These ports will support better performance and higher resolution, but nothing much more is added. And, yeah, I think that's where I'm leaving it today. I may change my tune on the game lineup or the launch timeline based on what Nintendo announces in the first quarter of this year, but, it's predictions, baby. That's the gig. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Leave a comment and let me know your predictions for Nintendo's next console. All theories are welcome. Doing another Wii U. Making a Wii U 2, baby.